Now, the debate over state control of the St. Louis Police Department stalling on the Senate floor, while those against the takeover are trying to slow down the process. At the same time, local leaders are highlighting positive crime stats in the city. Our Shoshana Stahl following a very busy day surrounding the city's police force here with a lot of back and forth.
Lauren, the state Senate continues to debate and has been for hours, with those opposing a state takeover and police board doing most of the talking so far. A lot of the concerns being raised by some of those senators is over transparency with that appointed police board. Now, while that's happening in Jefferson City, I spoke to Chief Robert Tracy here in St. Louis today about the fact crime is going down in the city.
We have made progress, but a lot of work to do.
Police say crime in the city continues to drop in 2025. Chief Robert Tracy says homicides are down over 50% compared to this time last year. About 90% of those homicides are from gun violence.
Too many people carrying firearms, poor conflict resolution skills, and they're known to each other.
The police department crediting the strategies it's using to be proactive against crime and track trends as the reason for this progress.
We continue the strategy to see what works, and when it works, continue to do it. If it doesn't, find out where it's going wrong, and then readjust. And you have to do that with community engagement. You got to do that with technology. And when you bring all those things together, you start to see some of the successes we're having.
This crime data comes as Missouri lawmakers get one step closer to giving the state control of the St. Louis Police Department. A Senate committee advanced a bill Wednesday to put a 5-person board in charge of keeping the city safe. The Senate then debating the bill immediately after. Congressman Wesley Bell says public safety is a concern in the city, but emphasized that was a concern when the state was in charge over a decade ago, too.
And if you are putting the police department under state control, local voters are losing that direct accountability. They're losing that direct say in how they are policed.
In an attempt to educate lawmakers on the systems SLMPD uses and the work they're doing, the chief says he's invited them to come sit in on a crime stat meeting.
No, they have not taken me up on it.
On top of that, he says these changes could be a major disruption to the progress. If there is a state takeover, the Board of Police Commissioners would decide who serves as chief for SLMPD.
I'd like to stay and continue this job that I came to St. Louis, but if that comes into place, and I would be fortunate enough and honored to be in that position, I would continue to try to do things the same way. And when you're going in the right direction, why would you mess with some of the successes we're happening?
We also know Chief Tracy is going to Washington, D.C. on Friday to join a panel to speak to Congress about the work being done here. He says he'll be representing major city chiefs, speaking about crime gun intelligence to continue to reduce gun violence victims. For the chief, he says that's a positive reflection on St. Louis and St. Louis City Police. In the newsroom, Shoshana Stahl, First Alert 4.